Evening. Welcome back to the man cave. Sorry it's been a bit, but new month, lots of hectic stuff going on at work. One of our last big boxes from Gen Con last year was this. It's funny. It's called Final Days. I picked it up on the final day of Gen Con. They were just trying to get rid of stuff by this point, and so I got a really good deal on this. I was like, oh yeah, I'll take that, sure. It's called a miniatures game of apocalyptic horror. Save a bullet for yourself. And lo, there was a great earthquake, and I need this. There we go. And the sun became black as the sackcloth, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely fires when she is shaken of mighty wind. And the heaven departed in a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. The end has come. These are the final days. So I'm pretty sure that's a quote from the book of the Apocalypse in the Bible. But this sounded cool. Sounds like there's metal minis in here. It says that this is for 2 to 6 players, ages 12 and up. Takes 60 to 90 minutes per game. It's combat heavy. This is not bright enough. Let's just see what's in here. So we have metal minis, which is very cool.
Ooh, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean this is old school stuff here. These hit counters are it's basically little tiny plastic pieces.
Oh, nice.
We've got maps.
Like really thin. Like they're almost like stickers.
Yeah, I know. This has got to be from the 80s. It looks like looks like an old box from the DC video game or board game.
I like the black and white. It looks very nice.
It's so we've got a map here on this side. Fissures in the earth, fallen trees, old cars, looks like busted up houses. And then on this side, ooh, bigger lots. And then we have another map here. So, this one's, at least this first side is a parking lot.
This is a building.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Those must be sidewalks sitting there. Oh yeah, because that's streets on the outside.
Look, you can see like the door is broken.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It kind of looks like earlier version of what's that zombie game we like?
Last Night on Earth.
Yeah, Last Night on Earth. Which we've been thinking we might just grab a box off a shelf on some nights and do a what's in the box, since we've already unboxed these and they're old games that we have, so we're thinking about doing what's in the box and looking at, because some of our games are full of the expansion material. And I figured, what the heck, we've got plenty of game shelves behind us with stuff on it. So you weren't all here to open all of these when we did it. So I thought we might just start grabbing some stuff and checking some things out. So this is apparently the rules for Final Days. A note on terrain. I think it basically says you can use whatever you want for terrain to be. What is it? What you need to play? You miniatures representing the Forsaken and the Legions of the Pit. A playing surface, terrain, a measuring device such as a ruler or a tape measure, a standard deck of 54 cards, including jokers, and this rule book. So that's interesting. You use the cards for something.
I could not open these with one hand.
I will make that work in a second. The art, I mean, this is all black and white. It looks like I said, it looks very old school, like you printed it off on your computer. Here's what the standard terrain features are, which was the stuff that we saw on the maps. And that's cool because, I mean, you could use old Matchbox cars for it's almost the same scale.
So you've got a tree that's knocked over on its side, and got desks and chairs. So, okay, I was wondering how these work. So these are half-height walls and full-height walls.
That's cool. So
okay, that's beautiful art right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's horrifying because that, but it looked cool.
Well, yeah, and look how clear the lines are on these drawings. It looks like something
Yeah,
it's a two-dimensional. I mean, this could be on a G.I. Joe file card.
It's very detailed.
Then we have the supplemental book here. So this one talks about items and units, weapons. Oh, that's cool. And I mean, it's basically a zombie game, only you're fighting demons from the pit. Oh, that's nice. They even give you area of effect templates, so you can see where your explosions affect.
Ooh, more nice artwork. Yeah. This guy gets getting shot.
Nosferatu supernatural powers, and then divine supernatural powers. So I guess some angels are coming down to help people.
Ooh, more cool stuff here. I mean, very violent, but very pretty.
Can make some photocopies of this, cut them out, and have more terrain for your game. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's pretty cool. And that's two-sided, so if you just rip this sheet out and cut it, you're not losing anything. It's the same thing on both sides.
That's very nice.
In case you don't have access to a copy machine.
Yeah, that's very nice.
I think I could bring this to work and make photocopy right here, just photocopy the page and just it'd be one-sided, but who cares?
Yeah.
And there's a table for how to use all this stuff. Divine supernatural powers, Nosferatu supernatural powers, cover and concealment behind all these turnover cars and stuff. Ranged weapons, thrown weapons, hand-to-hand weapons. Oh, here we are. You know, can't have a demon game without some crosses. Crucifix, explosives, first aid kit, grapple hook, rope.
Just rope. Just the normal rope.
It's even got scenarios in here. Scenario 1A,
a convenient problem.
A convenient problem.
It's probably a convenience store.
So it probably, yeah.
And then a house fight, so I wonder where that is. Just a quiet neighborhood, so that'll be more outside.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So these match the maps that we got.
And then get down to business, so the big business center.
Yep. That's kind of neat. We might have to try this out.
We go back for a minute. Okay.
Combat trackers.
Okay, that's cool.
So that you can keep track of what's going on in your rounds. These extra combat trackers are provided for your convenience. Permission is granted to photocopy these game supplements as needed for play purposes. Reproduction for any other purpose is strictly prohibited. So as long as we don't sell it and we're just using it to play the game, we can make photocopies. Which is nice because as gamers, probably we
would have done it anyway.
I was going to say the number one rule most of us break is the photocopy one. Although when I was your age, I was making hand copies of the books of the things I was going to do. My copy of the Marvel role-playing game, I hand printed everything from the books from my buddy who had bought the game. All right, let's check out these minis. We have a dog. And these are metal minis. I think this is a hero mini.
There's the dog.
I think these are the hero minis here.
So we got...
These guys have shotguns.
I think a girl with a basic gun.
Oh, this guy's got a machine gun.
We got this.
It looks like we have two of each of the minis.
I think submachine gun, I believe, for this guy.
Yeah, it looks like we have two of each of the minis.
Well, there's still, so each mini has two, and then so this guy hasn't been seen. He's got a shotgun.
All right, so it looks like our good guy minis are in this bag.
So these are our 4 minis. Right.
Ooh, some assembly required.
Ooh, building. Oh, I see wings.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Alright, so this that's definitely a zombie.
And then here. So yeah, okay. So we've got these weird zombie things.
Looks like there's several of those. I think these are all the same.
They all look the same.
And I think they were calling these the Fallen. I'm not sure they were zombies. This looks like some kind of monkey ape thing.
These are the demons.
I'm guessing the dude in the cape is the Nosferatu.
Makes sense.
So these zombie things could be
probably
Nosferatu
just like
legions.
vampire things or something.
Yeah.
It's not what a Nosferatu is.
This is definitely some kind of monkey thing.
He's got a butt. Look at that.
Yeah, and they look fuzzy. He's got a...
Like, why is there so much detail
here we have
on his butt, though? That's the question.
Here we have our demon.
Yeah, that guy looks cool.
We need a little bit of glue to secure
Do we need
that.
glue or can it hold?
Yeah,
We need glue to hold.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna need some kind of. And it's metal. It's gonna.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of glue to use for this thing because nobody makes metal minis anymore.
Just tape it.
Or,
Just wrap them in tape.
He's got wings. They look like this.
I mean, that holding it there, honestly.
Imagine them on the back of him.
I mean, from right here, they really aren't. It doesn't look that
Holy
bad.
mackerel! I would have guessed this was very old. Well, I mean, it still is very old. 2003.
Well, it's embracing old kind of style
Right,
of
but
stuff.
I mean, I would have guessed that it was from like the 80s or 90s, and instead it's 2003, which seemed to be like an homage to it.
Yeah. So we've
this
got
is
our
from
demon.
Kenzerco.
We've got our demon underling things. I'm just making up stuff.
Look at their
Nosferatu and his
the
army.
symbol on there. That's their company logo. It looks very metal-ish.
Yeah,
You know,
like
so
the
it's-
lion right there.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Reminds me of like the Lionsgate logo, which makes sense because it's a lion.
So now that we pulled the plastic off, I can read this better. Final Days game sets a new standard in skirmish level miniatures play. Set in the biblical apocalypse, post-rapture, the world has literally gone to hell. The dead have risen again as zombies, and they walk the earth searching for living prey. Fighting alongside them are the Legion of the Pit, blood-sucking vampires, foul ghouls, and horrifying demons. Hope for mankind is all but lost. And yet, a dedicated few still struggle for survival. There are the Forsaken, the survivors of the apocalypse who are doomed to live in a diseased and poisoned world. Scavenging food, weapons, and supplies from long-abandoned buildings, these new heroes are taking on the undead threat. They cling to what little hope remains and battle for their survival every day. Based upon the simple rules set, Final Days provides a wealth of strategy while remaining easy to learn and easy to play. Using a standard deck of playing cards to resolve actions, the fighting is fast and furious. Each figure represents one of the two main factions, the Forsaken or the Legions of the Pit. Armed with shotguns, machine guns, grenades, claws, and supernatural powers, the cards determine who hits and who misses, as well as a host of other random events. As figures suffer damage, their powers decrease until they are just another corpse on the battlefield. That sounds awesome.
It's very cool.
This fine game comes packed with a rulebook, a scenario and accessory book, 25 pewter miniatures including zombies, demons, ghouls, vampires, dogs, and humans. 2 double-sided maps depicting the terrain of the apocalypse, tear-out terrain pieces such as wrecked cars, overturned desks, and destroyed dumpsters. 2 combat trackers to manage the damage of your important figures, and much more. Do you think you have what it takes to survive the apocalypse? Open this box and find out. Just remember, save a bullet for yourself. 2 to 6 players ages 12 and up, 60 to 90 minutes per game. It is a choking hazard, so this is not for children under 3. Small game pieces. Published by Kenzer & Company. Get the latest info at www.kenzerco.com. This is really cool. Copyright 2003 Kenzer & Company, all rights reserved. Final Days, the Final Days logo, and the Kenzer & Company logo are trademarks of Kenzer & Company. So that is pretty neat. And it looks like they've got some advertisements on here. This one is for Dwarven Dig, the adventure board game. Lead your team of Dwarven adventurers to fame and riches in this action-packed board game. And the one on this side is for Fairy Meat, the miniatures game of homicidal, cannibalistic wee folk from Kenzer & Company. This is exactly the kind of game that you go to Gen Con just to find out about. And I'm glad I did. This sounds like it's going to be fun. When we get around to playing it, we'll have to film this, because this is going to be hectic, chaotic, and fun, I think.
I agree.
But that's it for today. The Gen Con countdown is up and running. There's 55 days, counting the last few hours of today. 54 days as of tomorrow. I just watched the Renegade Con earlier today, and they've premiered new units that are going to be available for pre-order and are then coming in October. One of the hopes of our page is to become a affiliate of them, so we will keep you posted on whether or not that happens. I don't think we've got any other news to share, so this is the Men in the Cave signing off for the night.